We back to April 27, 1521. This is the day when one of the Philippine hero Lapu-Lapu was fought against Ferdinand Magellan. The Battle of Mactan was fought in the Philippines on April 27, 1521, prior to Spanish colonization. The warriors of Lapu-Lapu, a native chieftain of Mactan Island, overpowered and defeated a Spanish force fighting for Raja Humabon of Cebu, under the command of Ferdinand Magellan, who was killed in the battle. It is the first known and recorded resistance of the Filipinos against foreign forces who aimed to invade and conquer the Philippines. Lapu-Lapu was a ruler of Mactan and the Visayas. Modern Philippine society regards him as the first Filipino hero because he was the first native to resist imperial Spanish colonization. Good with his words and words did he use. He told the king that these spices bring long-lasting life and can extend your line of rule in the empire. He sailed through storms, roaring tides, and crushing currents, until he reached the ancient lands of Mactan, which is said to be the home of the guardians of the spices, the Cebuano. Magellan orders his men to lift the sails up and prepare the boats for docking. Magellan sees the Cebuanos looking at them from the shore as they row their boats towards land. Magellan and his men of Spanish warriors, traders, Catholic priests and mages who practices the mystic arts of dark magic have reached the beaches and are greeted by the Cebuanos with no resistance and in celebration and welcome. The chieftain of the Cebuanos, Rabahamubin, welcomes Magellan and his men with open arms. Rabahamubin and his wife, Habahamame, prepared a banquet and a feast in celebration of Magellan's arrival. Contrary, there is a man named Pula-Pula who is a Datu in Mactan. He wakes up early and hunts food for their tribe, barangay. Then that morning he saw Magellan and Rabahamubin with their men walking towards his territory without his permission. It made Pula-2 angry and he still confronted them with hostility and said, "What is your intention in entering my domain?" Then Magellan just said, "We are on a tour with my friend Rabahamubin. We are just viewing how beautiful these islands of yours are." So Pula-2 was at ease and thought Magellan must be just sightseeing, so he let them slip aside. When Magellan got the news of him not having permission to get the spices, he plans to steal it, so he planned an attack and they will attack at night. Magellan and his elite crew went to the forest and hides in the dark. When they saw the plant at a distance they saw nobody, and when they approached and was about to take the plant, suddenly two Capre showed up on the surrounding them. Magellan ordered his mages to attack the giants, but there was no damage taken by them. When they arrived at the shores, Pula-2 was already prepared and his men are all guarding the shoreline. So Magellan and his crew dock near the shores and his mages and priests stay behind as support, while his soldiers went on a charge attack with him, and at Pula-2's side he also went on a charge attack. They fought hard and many have died, and Pula-2's side because they have priests who heals and mages who attack using magic. When Pula-2 saw that his man is dying left and right, he suddenly shouted, "All mythical being living in my land, I command you, lend your hand for our motherland." He shouted these words as he slew each of Magellan's crew, and when Magellan noticed someone shouting aloud, he went on a charge attack to Pula-2 and they had a duel. As the battle goes on, Pula-2's man is dwindling. He was shouting again, and this time he said, "Mythical beings, hear my call, help me and my men and I shall give you freedom." When Magellan heard him say this, he was laughing and said, "You're shouting, won't help you, it's futile." And just as they continued their duel, a moment later Capre suddenly went out from the forest near the shore and started throwing trees on Magellan's crew, and a lot of Sigbin came out from the forest and running towards them and jumping attack on Magellan's crew. And Duwende, helping the injured men of Pula-2, and the leader of the Duwende said to Pula-2, "We accept your offer and we the mythical beings will help you." And Pula-2 was laughing, and when Magellan saw this he said to his crew, "Retreat." And then he suddenly went on running. As they were about to go, their boat Sirena suddenly showed up near their boat and attacked the mages and priests. Magellan's crew are on board the ship and they are waiting for Magellan to aboard, but then Pula-2 was chasing him, and Pula-2 shouted, "Sirena captured that man," and then some of the Sirena went on a swimming sprint, but Magellan killed some of them, but there was one Sirena that managed to get a hold of his leg and made him stop running. And Pula-2 is approaching fast, but Magellan can't move at all until Pula-2 jumped and landed a landing blow on Magellan and killed him. When the crew saw this, they went on a retreat and went back to their home country. And after the battle, Pula-2 and the Mythical creature band together and bow their head to show respect to the fallen. "I am a man of my words and I shall abide to my promise. As a Dadu with the land I shall set you free." And they all cheer, but when in times of need let's all again protect our motherland. A few months later there were another visitor, and those are back up of the Magellans and seek revenge and to conquer their land and spices.